All right, welcome to today's episode of Chuck the Rap Star's Garage. Today we have a Superchips Flashpaq Performance Tuner, model number 2847 for 17 and up GM gas vehicles. Now the reason why I purchased this is because my speedometer's off because of the 35-inch tires, and this is advertised to be able to calibrate that and many other features. It says it's a performance tuner, so you can also change, I believe, your axle ratios. You can disable the AFM, so you don't have to have an OBD sensor plugged in at all times. And supposedly this is all 50 states legal, so it should still pass smog after flashing or making any changes. And then there's also some other features too, where you can do like a performance like gas for like 89 or 91, depending on what you use. But let's open it up and see what it looks like inside. I already tore the plastic off, so that's already gone. But here is what the tuner essentially looks like with the OBD plug-in and the little screen and buttons and stuff. What else comes in the box here? USB plug to do the update, which I'm going to be doing that. It says it's not, you don't have to do it, but it's recommended. A little instruction manual, some stickers, and then this is the other important thing about it being like all 50 states legal. I'm in California, so it does have these little carb numbers. I'm not sure how it works, but I'll keep you updated next time I have to smog my vehicle if they detect the tune or anything I did. Yeah, and then some little stickers. These are like resin stickers, rised. They're not flat. They're like plastic or rubber. And then I think there's one more thing in here. Attention vehicle owner. Yeah, see, there it goes. It says right here that it carries a 50-state certification with the California Air Resources Board carb. So this should be legal in California for me to make any flashing. So that's everything that's in the box. You know, who reads instructions? I'm not going to read instructions. So we got the tuner right here. We're going to go ahead and plug this up to the computer and go to their website and do an update. All right, so plug it up. It looks like it's a micro USB here. So if you have one of those laying around, I mean, you can use yours, but I'll use the one that they gave here. Plug it right here into the bottom of the tuner. Then, of course, you take the other cord and plug it into your computer. All right, so the website you're going to go to is www.superchips.com, and then it'll bring up holly.com. And then you're going to go over to support. And then under the support page, you'll click tuners. And then, of course, we have a Superchips tuner, so we'll click there. And then right here has software updates. It says Fusion Software Update Agent. I have no idea, but I'm going to go with the Update Agent for PC. So let's click that. I'll let it download, and then I'll check back in with the install and what the menu looks like. Oh, just doubling back here. I decided not to be lazy and read the difference here. So the Fusion software isn't for the one that I have. You want the Update Agent for PC because it shows here that that is for the F5 Flashpaq, which is what we have. And then we're going to try to install it. It's giving me a warning that it could potentially harm the computer, but I mean, this is from their website for the tuner. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So after the install completed, it popped up with this screen here that says connect your device. So let me go ahead and plug it in and we'll come back. When I plugged the tuner in, it opened it like some sort of flash drive with all of this information and folders. We're going to exit that out. But it looks right here. Updates are available for your device. Do you want to update them now? Sure. And then if we look down here at the device, oops, sorry. It's all lit up. So we'll see what happens when we click update. And I'm not sure what happened. What does it say here? I don't know if I need to purchase any of this. I hope not. It says Superchips VIN unlock, Superchips ECU unlock, extended warranty. I'm gonna go with we don't need any of that. All right, so let's open up the truck here. And then if you look down there, you'll see some flashing lights. That's the thing I have right now, disabling the AFM, but that has to be plugged in all the time. And of course, this has a little battery drain, but this works pretty good. It's carbide. Disables AFM and auto start and stop if your car has that feature. And this can also be used as a scan tool if you download some other app. But this works pretty good, but I don't want anything plugged in. That's why we got the super chip here to be able to just flash it and be done with it and have that port open and not draining anything from the battery. So pull this out and take this little tie off here. And then plug her in. It's upside down. Hold on here. There she goes. Plug it in there. And then where is the super chip? We'll pull this little protective coating off here. I mean, we could probably, we'll pull it off. It says okay to select. Turn on ignition, do not start engine. Hit the start button here. All right, she's on. That's crazy because I just updated it, so what's going on here? If I have to spend another $40, I'm definitely going to give this a bad review. Okay. Well, we'll come back and see what happens. All right, so here we are back at the computer to do another update. The GM unlock code has been delivered to your device. Please press OK to continue update. All right, so let's grab it over here. It says press OK on it for 3 seconds in order to reset. Rebooting. That's what it says here. Okay, so it looks like you have to update it, then connect it to the car, and then bring it back, which is a little odd. I was going to be very upset if they were going to make me buy something else. Let's close this out and open it again and see what it does. Update agent. Let's see what happens here. Looks like there's another update. It says press OK to finish the update, which we just did. What's that about? So we'll do it again here. 1, 2, 3. And it says rebooting. And it says software will locate device. Device is now updated, is what it says. All right, here we are back at the car. It kept giving me an error, but let's see what happens when we turn the ignition on. All right, so we're gonna hit OK. Oh, there we go. That's something different. So you gotta update this thing, hook it up to the car, then go back so it knows that it's a GM, I guess. Do a GM update, and then it'll unlock it for your car. Cool. It looks like it saved the stock files for the computer. And let's see what we got here. Let's go stock with options. Only change option settings. This is speed limiter, stock value, gear ratio. It's on stock right now. Tire size is what we're gonna need to change. So right now it's at 29.50. I'm gonna have to measure the tire and then I'll show you how to adjust that. AFM, there we go, disable, enable, we'll disable that. Adjust front TPMS, oh snap, you can change the air pressure sensors for what they should want. Looks like they're at 35. Throttle boost, it's at stock. Oh shoot, I went back. Whoa, I don't want to build the tune, I didn't do anything. Hit left arrow for no, so yeah. So we're gonna go back in here to the tune. So far this thing is cool. So I don't know what any of this other stuff is. I'm sure that's for if you have towing, you can do some stuff. I'm sure that's for performance tuning. The 87 octane, I believe, is so that you can get like the best tune if you're running 87. From what I heard, I believe there should be a 91 on here too. I'm not sure what Jammer CIA tune is, but I'm more than likely gonna be in the stock with options where we just were. Continuing on, we had throttle boost, idle park, RPM for when you're parked, RPM for when you're driving, and then what's continue? Oh, building tune. No, we didn't change anything, so I don't want to do that. Nope. All right, so if we go in here, let's go ahead and spruce through these other menus here. What's in the performance? For non-towing application, for 91 octane or higher, fuel is required. Oop, this might be something I want because I put 91 in the Yukon. What happens here? Do you want to customize these options? Heck yes. Okay, so it just gives you the same stuff, but with that performance tune, so I can do the gear ratio and stuff. Okay. And then of course we're gonna go back to the menu. Nope, we don't want to install that. Let's see what these other ones are. Tow probably has the same thing. Tow is designed for a vehicle factory towing capacity. 91 octane or higher fuel is required. Probably has the same stuff. And yep, same options just for that tune. So we'll go back. Nope, we're not going to install the tune file. Uh, 87 octanes, probably the same. But we'll go take a look. Yeah, and this is just to tune the 87 octane. And we'll go back. My ignition just turned off. Hopefully it doesn't give me a problem. Nope, we're not going to flash the 87. Mileage XS save. What is this? It's designed specially for fuel economy. 87 octane or higher fuel is required. So with that, it's probably going to be the same thing. You can customize all this stuff with that tune. Yep. I mean, anybody put in the comments that they use this Superchips Flashpaq, if they know what those other tunes do, if they work well or not with their vehicle. I'm probably just going to be doing the stock tune and changing the stock tires, and also disabling the AFM. Oh, it actually wants me to turn the ignition back on. Hold on. Yes, it is on now. So it does not like the ignition not being on. All right, so we're gonna go here. And I think the last one was Jammer CAI tune. Jammer is designed specially to be used with the Jammer cold air intake. Okay, so we don't have that cold air intake. All right, that's pretty much the overview of the menus of what you can do. I'm probably either going to be doing the performance or the stock with options. So stay tuned and I'll go over with you what I change and which one I pick. Okay, so we're back. So I have decided that I'm going to do the performance tune because I always put 91 octane in my ride. So we're going to do performance design is for non-towing applications, 91 octane or higher fuel is required. Yep. And then we're going to do a custom for it. So we're going to hit yeah. We're not going to touch the rev. We're not going to touch the speed. We're not going to touch the gears, but we are going to touch the tire size. I measured my tires. They're 35s, but they're measuring from top to bottom at 34 1/4. So we'll input 34.25, and that should, my speedometer is off about 6 miles an hour, so hopefully that'll fix it. Then we're going to do AFM DOD, disable. We're not going to adjust the TPMS sensors for the front and rear. We're going to do a throttle boost. We're going to do that at 10. And that just makes the response quicker when you put your foot on the gas instead of having it of a delayed time, which the stock computers give it like a little delayed response when you floor it. So I'm going to test that out. Hopefully it doesn't blow anything up. We'll leave idle park RPM and then idle drive RPM alone. And then we'll just hit continue. And install the performance files. Yes. Maybe it won't turn off if I have my door shut. Let me shut the door here. Turn ignition off. All right, it is off. I'm gonna hit OK. Turn ignition on. I will close this. And then it says turn ignition off. Well, it's off. Performance tuning is now installed. Okay, sweet. All right, I guess that's it, huh? And then what else can we do here? I didn't even sideswipe. So you can tune, you can scan, and you can hit info. What's the vehicle info? Okay. Device info. Okay. I should have probably went over that before we did anything. But yeah, it's a scan tool. It's a scan tool 2. So you check battery voltage, gauges, and data log. So it doesn't do that. It says select up to 8 PIDs within the following PID groups: engine, throttle detail, transmission, start. What about transmission? Oh, shoot. We'll do that one. What you got in performance? That's some interesting stuff. Non-engine, vehicle speed, cooling fan. Oh, misfire. There's a lot of cool little active things you can look at. Oh, let's look at that. hit start. While viewing the gauges, press OK to start data logging. Loading the gauges. There you go. Nice. And that just shows those gauges. And then you just hit back. Okay. That's cool. Read clear, read DTCs. So I don't have anything, but we'll see what that does. No DTCs, of course. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, I guess this concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed today's episode on Chuck the Rapstar's Garage. I'm going to go take the car for a test spin and see if anything has improved as far as my speedometer being off and that throttle response, and then if AFM is really disabled. So yeah, actually, I guess the episode's not over. I'll get back to you shortly. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I went on ahead and took a test drive. My speedometer is almost perfect. It might be like 0.5 miles per hour off still, but at one point when I was doing 50 on the speedometer, it would show 50, but on the GPS it would show 57. So it was off a lot. After the adjustment, now it's bouncing between 49 and 50, 49 and 50. So this thing at least does that right. As far as the throttle response, I didn't notice anything different, but I did notice after, installing the tune and driving it, the throttle response wasn't like something I noticed. But as far as the car running better and shifting better, I don't know if that has anything to do with the speedometer being recollaborated or just the 91 performance tune, but it does run a lot better. So, is this thing worth $500 MSRP? I'll leave that up to you. But for me, speedometer being off by 7 miles an hour, a speeding ticket, this would pay for itself instead of getting 2 or 3 speeding tickets trying to figure out what's going on. So, yeah, I would definitely say this is worth it. But yeah, that concludes today's episode of Chuck the Rapstar's Garage. Subscribe, like, leave anything in the comments if you want me to try anything else.